spell's not working.
What spell?
I don't know. I think she doesn't want to be white trash anymore or something.
I swear on this banana split that you don't do marijuana.
What?
Oh! What's wrong with you? No interrogation, no humiliating anecdotes about my childhood, no requests for grandbabies.
What's the tea with Rachel True? Did she really get snubbed from the Crafts press tour because she was the only black star? And wait, how is she not swimming in residual checks from Half and Half? Hollywood can be a messy place, but Rachel True's story might just take the cake. Let's dive into the scandals, controversies, and a career that's been anything but ordinary. Rachel True was born in New York City, the middle child of 3 siblings. Her father is of Ashkenazi Jewish descent, and her mother has African-American heritage. Her younger sister, Noelle, is also an actress. Rachel attended New York University, but her early life came with its challenges. Her parents separated when she was born, and both went their separate ways, leaving Rachel and her sibling in foster care until she was 4 years old, when her father gained custody. Despite this rocky start, Rachel later expressed gratitude for having a primary parent figure in her life. At age 11, her family moved to upstate New York, where she attended an all-white school from kindergarten through 12th grade. The community was predominantly white, with Rachel, her mother, and her stepmother being the only people of color in the area. Acting had always been an interest. Some of Rachel's earliest memories involved standing in the back of the theater during her stepmother's rehearsals. Rachel's first stab at acting wasn't met with applause. It was met with a hard dose of reality. She auditioned for a local production of The Miracle Worker with dreams of playing one of the blind girls. Instead, she was told the only role she could audition for was the housekeeper's daughter because the blind girls were white. Yes, you read that right. Even as a kid, Rachel was already dealing with the kind of racial discrimination that would become a recurring theme in her career. Frustrated but determined, Rachel quit the production and vowed to create her own opportunities. Little did she know, this wouldn't be the last time she'd face racial barriers in the entertainment world. Rachel True's career had a modest start, but it didn't take long for her to carve out a name for herself in Hollywood. In 1991, she made her television debut on The Cosby Show in the episode Theo's Final.
You told me you weren't dating anyone else.
I'm not, baby.
While it was a small role, it was enough to get her foot in the door. Shortly after, in 1993, she relocated to Los Angeles, landing her first feature film role as Chris Rock's character's girlfriend in the comedy CB4.
You make us both happy and turn it off.
I like this music. I like what it's about. I like the way it sounds.
If you were watching TV in the 90s, chances are you saw Rachel True pop up on your screen. She became a familiar face with guest roles in some of the era's most beloved shows, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Beverly Hills, 90210,
Better get used to it, Brenda. Bikini season's over.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Professor Scott Burton began dating Retta. Shortly after, her parents demanded he be removed from the college.
and Family Matters. Rachel's ability to seamlessly blend into a variety of genres made her a go-to talent for casting directors. But Rachel's real breakout moment came in 1996 when she landed the role of Rochelle Zimmerman in the cult classic supernatural horror film, The Craft.
I have to imagine that she's incredibly light, like she's made out of air.
Playing 1/4 of a teenage coven alongside Fairuza Balk, Neve Campbell, and Robin Tunney, Rachel's performance cemented her status as a fan favorite. The role of Rochelle was originally intended for a white actress, but Rachel fought to audition, believing she was perfect for the part. Industry norms at the time often segregated films into black movies and white movies, and Rachel was determined to break those barriers. Her portrayal resonated with audiences, particularly young women of color, who saw themselves reflected in her character for the first time in a film like The Craft. Rachel's challenges didn't end after joining the cast. While her co-stars Fairuza Balk, Neve Campbell, and Robin Tunney were supportive, the same couldn't be said for the studio and production team. During filming, she was even warned to avoid certain behaviors that her white co-stars could get away with. These warnings were a harsh reality check about the double standards black actors faced. The marginalization extended into the promotional phase of the film. Press materials often excluded Rachel's name, skipping over her entirely to highlight her co-stars. This wasn't just an oversight, it was a pattern. At the time, Rachel says her castmates didn't grasp how systemic these inequalities were. But for Rachel, the lack of publicity meant fewer opportunities to advance her career. Years later, the same dynamics reared their ugly head when a fan convention planned a craft reunion, but excluded Rachel from the lineup. It was Balk who alerted her to the omission, and Rachel took to social media to call out the injustice. The backlash was swift, and the convention reversed its decision, reuniting the full coven in March 2019. In 1997, Rachel took on the comedy drama Nowhere, a mixed-review indie flick.
It's gonna be a full-on third eye by the time we get to Juji Fruit's party. Hate that.
Before starring as Dave Chappelle's love interest in Half Baked the following year.
Drug dealers belong in jail.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Around the same time, Rachel snagged recurring roles on The Drew Carey Show.
But we can see that you're busy. We'll just exchange numbers another time.
And the ABC drama Once and Again.
Well, wait, why can't you just go to your place?
She could, she's just
Can't.
But her career wasn't just about guest spots. She was gearing up for something much bigger. In 2000, Rachel reunited with Smart Guy star Essence Atkins in the romantic drama Love Song. The two had such great chemistry that they paired up again for UPN's hit comedy Half and Half, which ran from 2002 to 2006.
Can I get some more soy sauce?
You don't need more sodium. I'll have these noodles heated up.
Thank you.
Playing estranged half-sisters Mona and Dee Dee, the duo had fans laughing and crying as they navigated family drama, relationships, and sibling rivalries. The show became a cult classic and cemented Rachel's place in sitcom history.
Usually I wait at least 6 dates before I,
Give it up, lay it on him, open the cookie jar.
Speaking of money, Rachel dropped a bombshell about Half and Half. Despite the sitcom being a fan favorite and available on Prime Video, Rachel revealed she barely gets any residuals from the show. In a tweet that went viral, she confessed, "I receive very, very little a year." Why? Because she unknowingly signed a contract that left her out in the cold when it came to syndication profits. In 2020, she pivoted to a surprising new venture, publishing her book and tarot deck, True Heart Intuitive Tarot. A longtime enthusiast of esoteric wisdom, Rachel used her spiritual insight to connect with fans in an entirely new way. Her acting career also saw a resurgence. In 2021, she starred in the horror films Agnes.
She's quiet, yes. She hasn't stirred since the straps or the holy water. And go!
And horror noir.
Open our eyes.
By 2022, she was appearing in Amazon Prime's Harlem.
Strong, it occasionally gives flowers. It's very self-sufficient, and it only requires minimal watering.
And surprising fans by reprising her iconic role as Mary Jane Potman for the sequel to Half Baked. In an October 2020 interview with Yahoo Entertainment, True reflected on the lack of recognition and challenges Black actors face in gaining visibility. Her exclusion from certain publicity efforts underscored systemic inequities in the industry. As for her personal life, the actress has always kept her relationships private. She's never been publicly linked to anyone romantically, fueling speculation about her love life. Fans often wonder, is she dating, married, does she have kids? While Rachel hasn't shared these details, many admire her youthful appearance and speculate that her stress-free lifestyle might be the key. She looks amazing, like she found the fountain of youth. Some fans gush. True continues to make guest appearances in shows like Being Mary Jane and Family Reunion.
It is nice to be around my germ-free cousins. Wait, you wash your hands, right, Ami?
Where she reunited with her former sitcom mother, Thelma Hopkins. She also has a recurring role in the Amazon Prime series Harlem. At 58 years old, she is still going very strong, not to mention her $500,000 net worth, a modest sum for someone who's left such an indelible mark on pop culture. So what's next for Rachel True? Whether it's more acting gigs, tarot readings, or speaking out on social media, one thing's for sure, Rachel isn't fading into the background anytime soon.